Welcome back to Outdoor Guys. Today we're going to do a video on a worm that tricks big bass that you're probably not fishing. This worm is responsible for my first biggest bass that I ever caught. I'm going to go over that story. I'm going to show you two different colors of this worm, and also just, go over some tips on how to fish it and what it can offer you guys. Alright, so I got two different colors I'm going to show you guys about this worm. This was one of them staple baits that was made original, and then every brand kind of jumped on it and made their own version of this worm just because it's so effective. And that's none other than the Zoom trick worm. Pretty dope colors right here. But first, I want to go over a little bit about it. It's a 6.5 inch straight-tailed worm. I'm going to show you the difference right here too. On the packaging, this says the original. From the best of my knowledge, I'm pretty sure these float. And then this one is Super Salt Plus. You can decide which one's best for you. I didn't really notice that when I bought these, but I have a ton of them behind me. So as far as like fishing the trick worm, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. I think one of the most popular ones is on a shaky head. And, you just rig it on a shaky head, throw it out there, let it hit bottom. The action of this trick worm, it just looks like something really natural on the bottom. The way, when you twitch it and that tail stands up, it makes it very hard for bass to resist it. Another way would be on a Texas rig. You can fish that weightless, or you can put a weight on it, which is another effective way of fishing it. And then you can also catch a lot of fish wacky rigging the trick worm, which is another, very fun technique of fishing it. All right, I'm gonna pull, this is motor oil chartreuse. I'm gonna pull one out. I wanna show you guys this. I was at the reservoir during the spawn. This one I was just getting into bass fishing. Right by the boat ramp before I left, we had fished all day, or half a day, caught one bass. I don't even know if I fished this worm during that fishing trip, but I got this out, put it on a shaky head, and I could see a bass cruising back and forth, right near the boat ramp along the bank. And I took this trick worm and, I threw it out there. The bass picked it up and it would kind of drop it real quick. I tried to set the hook a couple times, missed her. Probably about, I'd say 3.5 pounder. I'll put some pictures in, but that was really what got me hooked into bass fishing. Just, one fish can change everything. Really nice fish. It was everything to me at that point in time because I had never caught a bass, with any size. Anyway, she picked it up for the last time. I let her, when you're fishing these too, a tip real quick is just watch your line because, I could physically see this because, it was during the spawn. But if not, just watch your line if you don't feel it because it just took off and started moving. We all know how that feeling is. It's the best one in the world. So this time I was patient, let her take it long enough to get it good. And then, I would reach back and set the hook, and I was able to catch that fish. Pretty cool story. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to share that with you guys, but it was on this exact color. Kind of unique looking color. Water was pretty clear. It's got that like bulb on the tail there in the chartreuse. Whatever it was about this worm, that bass just didn't like that nowhere near the bed. It was, like I said, the bass was cruising back and forth, and it just kept trying to get it out of there. And finally I was able to catch her and then get her right back. Awesome day on the water. Somebody was actually fishing on their kayak and heard the commotion and came over. I was able to get some pictures real quick before we put her back. Yeah, I mean, it's just, a pretty simple worm to fish that has been around for, a pretty long time, and it gets bit. I just wanted to, bring this one to your attention. I think some of the older baits we kind of steer away from because there's so much new bass fishing baits hitting the market that they kind of get tossed aside. But make sure you give this one a try if you haven't, or just make sure you don't forget about the Zoom trick worm. Also too, guys, you get 20 of these worms in a pack, so I mean, you gotta, a pack will last you a while. I know this color right here, this is merthalite or metherlite. I don't know how you say that exactly, but This is a really popular color in the Zoom colorways that also gets bit. So Zoom has a bunch of different colors in their lineup. So, you know, whatever you feel like you need to get, they got you covered there. Another deadly way of fishing the Zoom trick worm is to throw it up in a shallow cover. You know, if bass are up shallow, depending on, you know, whatever time of year that is, you know, this is a deadly worm to be throwing, you know, for shallow bass. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I just wanted to make, you know, a video about the original Zoom floating trick worm. You know, if you guys fish this, or definitely drop a comment down below. Let me know what your best bass is on the Zoom trick worm. Let me know what your first bass was too. I love hearing your guys' story. That's what makes each fish special, is the story that comes with them. Ring that notification bell too, so you get all my content as soon as it drops. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Most importantly, smash that subscribe button down. Until the next one, you have officially been outdoors.